Easter is in full swing and chocolate is on the minds of many. But will it be a bunny or a Bilby that makes its way into your home?
Brightly wrapped chocolate bunnies are just as big a tradition as the Easter egg. But now the bunny's got a battle on its hands from the Australian native Bilby.
Since the 1990s, there's been a concerted campaign to oust the bunny as the mascot for Easter here in Australia. Its replacement, a shy marsupial that calls the harsh Australian desert home, the Bilby.
So I'm going to read you the story about how Bilby, who's a native marsupial of Australia, took over the job from the tired old Easter bunny.
They're appealing to Aussie patriotism to boycott the bunny, a European tradition.
And one of the things that we've looked at just this year actually was to get chocolate bilbies available for Easter instead of chocolate bunnies. Now we're a bit too late this year, but next year I hope there will be chocolate bilbies available in the shops.
Once it was plentiful over 3/4 of the continent. Now the desert night is its last refuge. Our name for this enchanting animal is the Bilby, and it was our coming that led to its decline.
Bilbies have been pushed close to extinction, mainly by feral cats. Conservationists estimate that fewer than 10,000 exist in the wild right now, so they need all the help they can get. On the other hand, rabbits are a less than welcome pest.
Rabbits. For nearly 2 centuries, Australia has been waging a war against these small, nocturnal vegetarians.
These Lands Department teams are working in complete unison with the farmers of the district, and in doing so, play an important part in this all-out war on the rabbit.
We've poisoned them on the ground and from the air.
The poisoned bait is loaded onto an aircraft, one of 11 that's being used in the campaign. The bait will be dropped on inaccessible areas.
Their underground homes have been exploded and bulldozed. And we've infected them with deadly viruses. Still, they remain our most widespread and destructive pest, inhabiting around 70% of the continent, impacting on more than 300 species of native plants and animals, and costing more than $200 million every year in lost production.
It's really is being buggered around by the rabbit. So if you can get the Bilby to fight back and get it back into the system, it's great.
So you're advising people buy a Bilby this Easter?
Yeah, buy a Bilby, not a rabbit.
Not too long ago, a chocolate Bilby was almost as hard to find as a real one. In 2022, hopes were bolstered by Australian confectionery maker Darryl Lee, which resumed making chocolate Bilbies after 8 years and pledged to donate a percentage of the profits to the Save the Bilby Fund. We took the streets to ask you your thoughts on changing the Easter mascot from the bunny to the Bilby.
I definitely support the concept of a chocolate Bilby as a fundraiser in terms of conservation. I think that's a great idea. I haven't been aware of it, but it's certainly been encouraging. Great idea.
Go with the rabbit. Just because that's what I grew up with.
Well, I'd have to say a Bilby.
Why is that?
Well, rabbits were imported, weren't they? If I knew a proportion of the money that I paid to buy a Bilby chocolate was going back to conversation, I would buy it.
Chocolate bunny. Definitely chocolate bunny straight up. And no change in that.
Why?
It's just better, and I think it's more an Easter vibe, I think, because the Easter bunny. So obviously a chocolate bunny, I would say.
I think probably the rabbit. I reckon that'd have more chocolate in it. Just like, it'd be made out more, because it's bigger, right? I imagine so, I don't know.
You're not giving that Bilby enough credit, right? I think that Bilby would go off. I would eat it, I would enjoy it,
I would mung it down, I'd lick my fingers afterwards, and I'd be absolutely happy with myself if I got a chocolate Bilby.
Well, I'd go both, the rabbit and the Bilby, because this just means more chocolate. You know, more chocolate means more smiles. Yeah.
The Bilby and the bunny might look similar, but only one of them has been teetering on the brink of extinction.